Is it possible that some of these Bitcoin treasury companies that are accumulating large amounts of Bitcoin, from MicroStrategy down to the tens or many hundreds of millions of dollars, some of the smaller ones are accumulating, that the first protocol for them to develop Bitcoin financial services could be as liquidity providers to the Lightning Network? Do you think that can scale? Is there a demand for billions of dollars in liquidity in the Lightning Network? Or is that something like, am I posing that as like a chicken and the egg sort of thing? If there was more liquidity, there'd be more merchant adoption. And if there was more merchant adoption, there'd be a greater demand for liquidity as well.
Overall, payments are largely a network, and there is a network effect here.
Mm-hmm.
One thing is Lightning is much better at smaller payments because, it's just been regular Bitcoiners that are kind of doing this as a hobby to actually create this infrastructure. So we're using like hobby infrastructure to route all of our payments, and it still feels like magic. But the reality is that larger payments aren't really possible because you don't have large capital allocators. So this was what was behind, our desire to work with Bitcoin treasury companies to start taking the massive Bitcoin accumulation that they have and actually deploy it and make it payments infrastructure to support Bitcoin itself. Because Bitcoin is not just a store of value, it's also a medium of exchange. And Bitcoin treasury companies and even early Bitcoiners are actually in a position to help Bitcoin move forward in this payments infrastructure. And what that unlocks is that you could pay for any size payment.